Hello everyone, my name is Santiago Rocha, and today I'll be going over my lesson plan presentation. One of the reasons I wanted to focus my lesson plan on basketball is because I really enjoy the game, and teaching the fundamentals of basketball would be a very natural thing for me to do. My lesson focuses on third graders, and on the left I listed the California state standards and how it would accommodate diverse learners. On the right, I listed the objectives and how I plan out to carry, or the objectives I plan to carry out for my lesson. The equipment needed for my lesson include basketballs, cones, whiteboards, and markers. In order to hook my students, I will say, hey guys, have you ever heard of a sport where you can defend, rebound, run fast, jump high, and score points all in the same game? Well, that sport is called basketball. And today we're going to learn the basic fundamentals of the game that was first developed by James Naismith in 1891. Preceding that hook, I would show students a video of spectacular NBA plays. When we leave the classroom, students will leave class in a single file line outside to the basketball courts. I would have students leave in a single file line because it is easier to keep track of students and it would allow them to exit to the courts in an orderly fashion. The location where the activities of the lesson will be performed would be at a basketball court. The best option, if available, would be inside a gymnasium that has basketball hoops. But if a gymnasium is not available or a school does not have one, the second best option would be to go outside on the basketball courts. I would have students warm up before the drills. The warm-up exercises that I would have students perform are 10 jumping jacks, 10 side-to-side line jumps, 10 bicycle jumps, 10 mountain climbers, 10 push-ups, and 10 sit-ups. Students will count them out as they do them. As far as the organization of students goes, for warm-ups, students will be in rows of 4 or 5, depending on the class size. And for the warm-up exercises, they have performed 10 jumping jacks, 10 side-to-side line jumps, 10 bicycle jumps, 10 mountain climbers, 10 push-ups, and 10 sit-ups. These exercises in the warm-up target almost all the muscle groups, upper and lower body. Once finished with the warm-up, I'll ask students to sit in front of me and I will model and go over what we'll be doing for the day. For the introduction script, I would say to students, today we will learn 3 different aspects about the game of basketball. We're going to learn about dribbling, layups, and shooting. These 3 aspects are some of the most important fundamentals about basketball. Learning these fundamentals today can set you up for success later in life if anyone wants to carry on and continue playing basketball at a higher level. And also, one last thing, the most important thing about the game of basketball is effort. So always remember to have fun and give your best effort at all times. As for modeling for students, I will demonstrate the types of drills and aspects of basketball as we move from skill to skill. The 3 things students will be asked to do are dribbling, performing a layup, and shooting a basketball. Students will be in small groups performing various drills for each aspect of basketball regarding the skill. For ball handling, students will first learn how to dribble, then perform a simple zigzag cone drill. For layups, students will work on their footwork for right and left hand layups. For shooting, students will work from block to block and in front of the hoop. Some teaching cues that I will continue to harp on them will be dribble with the fingertips, not the palms, and for layups, it's always a 1, 2, and then finish. And for shooting, to work on form, you will start from the hip with a bent elbow, go up, and hold the follow through. And as for the assessment, there will be a short paragraph in class. For the independent practice, students will play knockout, or sometimes called lightning. Depending on the class size, we will play one big game or I will have students in smaller groups playing at different hoops. Knockout is a shooting game that helps players shoot under pressure, and the game starts with all players lined up at the free throw line. The first 2 players have a basketball each. The first person in line will start to shoot and the second player can shoot as soon as the first player takes their shot. If the first person makes their shot, they pass it back to the next person in line. But if they miss, they need to grab the rebound and score before the other person behind them scores their basket. If they do, that front player is eliminated. The game continues until one player is left. Knockout is a great game because it incorporates the three aspects of dribbling, performing layups, and shooting that were taught earlier. When the game is over, I'll blow my whistle 3 times and the students will line up in rows and perform cool down stretches. These stretches consist of full body reaches and quad stretches. During the cool down, I would talk to some students and try to receive feedback on the activities that they did and ask if they liked it and if they had fun and what they learned. After the cool down, students will help collect the equipment and head back to the classroom. Once in the class, I'll explain to students that they'll be writing a short paragraph about what they liked, didn't like, and the new concepts that they learned about the fundamentals of basketball. It will count as an exit ticket before they leave the class. When returning to class, students will go back in a single file line, and one member from each group will help gather the equipment. Wrap up. So why basketball? Basketball is one of the most popular sports in the world, and it's growing at a very fast pace. The popularity of basketball is rising all over the world, and young kids are developing skills at a very young age. Basketball is a fast-moving game that includes a lot of variety, including shooting, dribbling, passing, rebounding, defense, and a lot more. There are numerous health benefits to basketball. Basketball can burn calories, build endurance, improve balance and coordination, develop skills and self-discipline, and also build muscle. So thank you.